Hey guys, welcome back to Coffin Up Stitches. Today I'm going to be showing you my big Lacy fan stitch. This was some metal tweed that I had left over that I just wanted to show you guys how it looked on a darker, more fiber type yarn. It don't really show the actual stitch, but you can tell that it's definitely big and lacy and has this very mysterious look to it. I also have a ball of red like this I'm going to do, but for the purpose of the tutorial, I have a lighter colored yarn that I'm going to be using. You have seen it in my Michael video. I will be using facets in the color silver. This is a medium weight. It says to use a J-hook, which is what we will be using today because we want this big lacy drapey effect with this scarf that I'm going to be teaching you how to crochet today. It is hand wash cold, do not bleach, and dry flat, do not iron for the facets. The other yarn, it didn't have any washing. This one didn't have any washing instructions. It was just something I bought at a yarn boutique, and I only had one ball of it, so I used it, but it actually just made this really pretty mysterious looking stitch, even though you can't actually see the stitch. So that's why I'm going to be using this today, so you can actually see the stitch and see what it's doing. Let's go ahead and get started here. Gotta always love when the yarn has its own little yarn critter mixed in with it when it comes out. This is the first time I have worked with this yarn. I'm thinking it's probably going to feel and work up like the Unforgettable by Red Heart if you've ever used it. I liked it. That one, the Unforgettable, it seems to actually be a little bit thinner than this one. If I can get this untangled here, we can start. I can honestly say I love how this yarn feels, but I can also tell you that if it gets tangled or you have to frog one of your pieces, that the yarn itself is going to get very thin. Now this does have a lot of fiber on it, just not as much as the other. So I think you're going to be able to see the stitches great on this if I can keep my hands in focus. Now, because it is like this at the beginning of this skein, I'm going to actually go in till it starts getting a little bit smoother and not as frayed, which is right about here. You're going to start with a slip knot. Stick your hook in, kind of tighten that down a little bit. Always make sure that your hook can easily glide through your slip knot, and that way you know it's not too tight. Make sure your working yarn is what you have a hold of and your non-working yarn is back here. So how we're going to do this is we're going to start with 28 chains. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28. Now you can see for the most part I did not work my chains tightly. This yarn looks like it's tight, but it's really not. So if you have if you want to go up a hook size to do your foundation row, because you don't really want it tight, because you don't want it bunching back together. So you can do that if you want to go up a hook size to do your chain row, and then go back to your J hook if you want to. So how we're going to start this off is you're going to go to the 6th chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you're going to do a double crochet. So you're going to wrap the yarn over your hook, insert into that chain, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through 2 loops, yarn over, and go through 2 loops again. And then you're going to double crochet into the same chain again. So 2 double crochets. And then you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And then you're going to put 2 more double crochets into the same chain. So there's your first little lacy fan right there. And right now we're on our silver. This should change cut. This will definitely change color. So you'll be seeing, if you get a striped or variegated or ombre yarn, you'll be able to see the colors change in this. So then you're going to go to your other 6th chain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you're going to do 2 more double crochets. Here's 1. 2. Then you're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And 2 more double crochets into the same chain. You're going to go to the 6th chain again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And do the same thing. So it's going to be 2 double crochets, chain 3, 2 double crochets. Go to the 6th chain, 2 double crochets, chain 3, 2 double crochets. This is a very easy stitch. Once you get it in your head, you can sit down, you can watch a scary movie, considering it's October, or anything. I mean, any show you want to watch. It's something you don't really have to pay attention to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Two double crochets. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 2 more double crochets all into the same chain. You're going to come here to this last little bit where you've got 1, 2, 3. If you have 4, that's fine. Just make sure that you go into the last one right here, and you're just going to do 1 double crochet, okay? You should have less than the 6. Anywhere between 3 and 4 I have found is okay with this one. If you have 3 left over or 4, that's fine. And then you've got about 4 little motifs. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 little motifs right there that we're working with. This is a very bright silver on camera. So when you get to the end there, you're just going to do 1 double crochet, and then you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, turn your work, and then you're going to find that first V-stitch, that first chain 3 space. I'm fixing to call it a V-stitch because this puts me in the mind of a V-stitch, which we will be learning here very shortly, but this puts me in the mind of a V-stitch. So if I call it a V-stitch, please excuse my language, but it is a chain 3 space right there. So you're just going to wrap, double crochet, double crochet again into the same chain 3 space, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 2 more double crochets. Well, if I can get that in there, there we go. There we go, I got it. And then you're just going to skip over to the next one. Same thing. 2 double crochets. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. 2 more double crochets. My little yarn critter is really making it difficult for me tonight, I believe. It's not wanting to come on out here. Let's see here. There we go. Then you're just going to hop right on over to number 3, the third motif, and do the same thing. 2 double crochets in that chain 3 space, and then you're going to chain 3, and then 2 more double crochets in that same chain 3 space. So the motifs are going to be stacked on top of each other, which makes this really easy now. Once you've got out of the chain and foundation row, this makes it really easy. You're going to hop on over to your next one. 2 double crochets, chain 3, and then 2 more double crochets. So when you get to the end, your chain 3s are going to kind of be curved right here. So what you want to do is you can either count up, turn it on its side, and count up 1, 2, 3. Or one thing I like to do is if you can see this little V right here, and then you see this stitch right here, you're just going to go into that and double crochet. Into that. And then that's how you end off. And then you just want to chain 3, turn your work, and start all over again. Go into that first chain 3 space, double crochet twice, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, double crochet, and just do this all the way across again. I'm really liking how easily this silver is going into like darker gray, darker silvers. Especially with this pattern. I think it's going to be so pretty. It'd be great to wear on a cloudy day or to go pumpkin picking or just to sip your hot coffee. I think it would be great. Let's see here. or hot cocoa if you're not a coffee drinker. I just really started finding my love of coffee here lately. Now I feel like I need to go buy all the mugs out there in the world because I was always a Coke drinker, and now I'm finding myself wanting coffee. So here we come to the edge again. Like I said, if you want to, just see these two little right here, find this little space right here, and double crochet into it. Chain 3. And do the same thing the rest of the way across. You can see how pretty that silver is really going to end up being on out. Now here you can actually see the fans, the big lacy fans, to where with the one I had already made up that I was working on this stitch for you guys with, you don't really see the fans. Now the one thing I will show you, and a lot of people may want to switch this. Sorry, I'm very bad about tying my ends in. But when you start out, you have this flat edge. When you get to the end and you tie off, this edge here is not going to be flat. You're going to have those little lacy fans. So if you wanted to, I like the way the raw edge looks here. And I'm actually going to go back and add a scalloped edge on that end. But if you wanted to keep your edges flat, you could go ahead and add just some chains across through here to connect those, and chain that off so you have a flat edge. If you wanted to, I like the scalloped ragged edge. That's just me. But I just want to show you guys that you don't really see. This to me looks more like a cobweb stitch on this one, and it could just be the color. But I think a lot of it has to do with the yarn and the type of fiber it's made out of. I think I said earlier it was a metal tweed. But this does not show the fan stitch unless you're looking at the top. This one actually shows that really pretty fan where it's separated out right here. It actually still shows that, to where on this other one it don't. So with this yarn, if you really want the stitch to stand out, you can go ahead and use a yarn like this. If you just want something pretty lacy and mysterious looking, you could maybe go get yourself something with a little bit more fiber in there. But I really liked how this piece turned out. I'll be wearing it all Halloween. Really my favorite. But that is all I have for you guys today on the lacy, my lacy fan stitch that I have recently fell in love with. Do a couple more rows here with you guys. So let me make sure I hadn't chained. Oh, I had chained one and I didn't think I chained any. So chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Turn your work and go across all these motifs. 2 double crochet, chain 3, 2 double crochet, all into that chain 3 space from your previous motif. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and tell your friends to come subscribe. And if you guys want to tell me if I need to go slower, or if you prefer for me to just go faster and get the word out of what I'm doing, just let me know. I want to make my videos as quick and easy for you guys to follow as I possibly can, especially on these easier little motifs like this. I don't want them to be an hour long or anything for you guys, but if there's anything that you guys feel like I can do better, just let me know in the comments. I mean, I'm not gonna get mad and go bashing people or anything like that. This is just something that I'm doing for fun, and just really wanted to share what education I've already consumed in my little brain with you guys, and what else I can put out there for people that are wanting to learn how to crochet and maybe just not comfortable enough, or don't find some patterns as easy as others. But that's all I have for you guys today. It's just this little scarf motif. Hopefully my next video will be out in a few days, and it is going to be a beanie. So I will see you guys in my next video. Until then, stay crafty, stay safe, and since it is the season, get a little spooky with your stuff, okay? Have a great day.